Hello everyone, this is Stacker and today we are playing City Skylines. This is my demo city and we are going to look into 5 basic concepts through which you can eliminate most of the problems arriving later on while building the city. So first of all, why you need to do this is because we are considering pollution, expansion, cost effectiveness and less of relocation. So let's get into the tips and decode how it can help you. So the very first one is separate the services as much as possible. By services, I mean is electricity, water, sewage, and waste management. If you see here, I have a city and this is the default highway which was built here, and I divided the city too much closer in the sense just a crossing away from the industrial zone and all the manufacturing zone with the residence and the commercial zone. And now I'm facing this problem, which is hell lot of pollution, and there is a lot of complaint from the residents all over the place. So when you get this land, you should buy a land far off like this one and put your waste management, electricity generation, and recycle management and sewage far away from here. Now I've seen people putting the sewage in the river, but I was trying to eliminate that. That's the reason I plan on building it here and putting in the upgrade so that all the waste is processed and then released into the river. So that's my idea. Water does not need to be segregated as such, but just to keep it at a different location away from the residents, because in future if the noise gets higher and higher, you will have the problem of noise pollution and citizens complaining about it all the time. So that's the reason I said segregating the services is essential. Next on the line is separation of the commercial and residential zones. It's quite expected, but there is a ratio which I've found which might be useful. So what I've done here is this is commercial plus residential area, but what I found that we need to have 40% of commercial and business or offices and 60% of residents, because what happens, these people, they don't arrive here to buy something, or maybe I have not constructed enough roads to make them come here and buy something, but I'm getting a lot of these complaints of not enough customers, not enough business, that kind of thing. And recently I heard it in one of the streams that this may be a bug in the system. But even though looking at it practically, the commercial spaces and some businesses should have access, or people should have direct access to some simple shops and other things. So that is the reason there are two things in the second point: separation of business and commercial, yet making it sure that there is 40% of business, commercial, and residents mixed somehow with routes, paths, or roads, or at least in some of the quadrants. And please do comment if you have any of your specialized tips I can incorporate in my city, which I'll be building later on. Moving on to the next is industries. This is much more understood again, but very few times we look into it properly. Now, if you look at this, the industries are here in my section. These are all the industries with the power generation. So if you have to plan something like this, I would always check the wind flow, which can be checked by using this electric generator or the coal generator, and it shows the wind pattern. So what I would do, I would have the industries far away from here, like somewhere in here. And if you do not plan on building, a beach residence or ports in this area, then this would be a great choice for building the industrial area, or anywhere far away from the water and far away from the city specifically. So this way you will not have the complaint of noise pollution, air pollution, and the residents will be much more happy. Next on the list we have is, when you plan a city, always keep the sections alive, which means that always divide the city into proper sections. Like if I have to go about the city right now, I would use this area for, say, tourism, and I'll reserve this area for tourism and all. I'll reserve this area for the villas of actors and all that, for their vacation houses kind of thing. And I'll reserve this particular area on the right side for all the waste management and everything related to that. And in the center, we will have all the bustling city and the high rise, and possibly the exclusive residences which we have spread across this area, and this all as the lively office work and all that area. And the last one is a simple one but possibly effective, is do not imitate any of the cities around the world. Just take the ideas from the cities and try to build them, because if you try to imitate, it's very hard and it kills the actual joy of having the cities done. Even I'm talking about, if you ever like my city, possibly that might not be the case though, you should always enjoy exploring things. And in that, the second point I would like to make is experimentation. You should experiment a lot. These are not or hard and fast rules to play by, but these are just some basic concerns which will eliminate most of the problems which you may have. So we will be visiting this city again and again to experiment certain things, but these are my 5 tips. I hope you like them. So thank you for watching.